Welcome in to Discover Crypto. I'm your man, the Druth, and here today I'm bringing you a crypto prediction hack. That's right, folks. We have massive news of a $100+ billion asset oversight company coming in and betting big on Polymarket. And we're going to take a look at how to maximize our gains this year, 2026, and beyond. So let's get it. Welcome to the show, one and all. Make sure that you are following me, of course, on X. You can find me at Druth Crypto right here at Druth Crypto on X. And also make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel right here at Discover Crypto, where we bring you all of that alpha consistently. Now, the beast of a platform known as Polymarket has been nailing election odds like a psychic sniper. It just locked in a massive $2 billion cash injection. That cash injection coming from the Intercontinental Exchange. The overlords of the New York Stock Exchange, for those that don't know, we're talking about a partnership that's about to catapult prediction betting from just this crypto niche to a global financial supernova. They came in at a $9 billion post-money valuation. This isn't news. It's a ticket into the next bull run for a completely new market that's opening up for us. Obviously, betting and prediction markets are nothing new, but now that we're seeing Polymarket and the combination of culture, crypto, government, everything being smashed into one betting place, this is absolute fire, and we're going to dig into it. Let's go. Polymarket was founded in 2020 by Shane Copland. It's been the underground king of prediction markets, and we're talking billions wagered in 2025 just alone, and everything from the election nail-biting final results. We were all there. We remember Kamala almost got it. The glass ceiling returns once again. It's crowdsourced a basic crystal ball genius playground, right? This is where users can bet USDC on real-world outcomes, and then they can look at the different odds, and as they change, they can make or place bets, take profits, etc., when those prediction models end up shifting in their direction. Now, this deal isn't just short-term hype. This is literal history in the making. What we saw previously with Peter Thiel and the Founders Fund, even Donald Trump Jr. in 1789 Capital, that was just an appetizer, it looks like. The main course is just about to be served, and ICE is now greenlighting Polymarket's full US relaunch after snapping QCX. This is a CTFC listed exchange. No more regulatory ICE, no more regulatory side eye. Prediction data feeding straight into the New York Stock Exchange floors. Prediction markets could actually hit an $8 billion level in revenue by 2030. This is words of Piper Sandler, not myself. People that are in the mix and seeing the growth on the floor, stealing that share from betting on sports giants. Competitors all across betting markets are scrambling to keep up with Polymarket's growth. Before I get into the secret sauce of how to absolutely print on Polymarket, I got to give a huge shout out to this hilarious tweet from Mert. I still think it's the greatest thing in crypto. I still think it's the greatest thing that crypto has accomplished by rebranding betting to prediction markets, right up there with rebranding Salt and Rocks to electrolytes. Absolutely fantastic. Excellent work, sir. Now, let's get into the juice here. What is the sauce? Well, this is why we care about what's being built at Polymarket. Prediction markets aren't just fun. There are edge in the world of fake news and FOMO, right? Hyperbole, huge headlines. Institutions are piling in for real-time forecast that beat out Bloomberg terminals. The media, they're citing Polymarket odds as gospel on the news across mainstream media, and retail traders like us, we're about to print some money. There's a major news event that turns these markets into gold mines basically every single day. And if you play it smart, this is where the ultimate Polymarket strategy drops. And this pattern is identifying hyperbolic extensions of current chaotic news events that spiral odds out of control quick as people begin betting on them. Now, the current hot topic of the day, CNN, MSNBC, all of them talking about the government shutdown, right? Conversation so far, mainstream media is looking at why stocks are continuously opening at all-time highs while we're in the middle of a government shutdown. But when you take a look at Polymarket, we have when will government shutdown end betting, lighting up on the platform right now. And this is two different bets I'm about to show you. When will the government shutdown end? And we have a heavier expected time frame of this lasting past the 15th of October, right? 73% as of right now are betting that this is going to take till the 15th or more to get resolved on the government shutdown, while 26% likelihood comes in that we could see a shutdown within the next 10 to 14 days. That's one form of the prediction markets right now on Polymarket. But another side of this is how many days will the federal government be shut down in 2025? It's coming in at a 70% likelihood of 10 to 29 days. But if we look back at the other bet, there's this 10 to 14 days that honestly, if you're looking at getting into one of these trades and you bet $100 that it was going to be resolved between the 10th and the 14th of October, that total payout comes at $384. If you take a look at the other option of this bet, the 70% likelihood for 10 to 29 days still falls slightly into the other bet. But let's say you put $100 down on this option, even with a 70% likelihood that this is going to be the case, which I'm actually leaning towards somewhere in the middle of them resolving this government shutdown by the end of October, then it's a payout of $142. Not bad for something that is landing right in the norm of expectations. But when these events come out initially, the bids that this is going to take super long hit very high levels. And another form of this could be the conversation of the current National Guard deployments across the United States. What's the next one? Is it going to deteriorate into martial law, etc.? The clickbait will be there. You'll be able to know it and spot it. And then you can actually reason with the chart and find that equilibrium of a reasonable expected resolution or outcome to really any event. Now, a great example of how to play this, is to get in, be against the grain, have that equilibrium. If you can tell by this, when the government shutdown will end graph here, we have the orange is October 15th or later, right? So that's the extended time frame, October 10th to 14th. The middle zone, the kind of more middle of the road take on this, which actually is probably pretty probable, started out very, very high and then dipped immensely, right? You see a lot of initial volatility when these really crazy headlines start to come out, and that is our opportunity zone. Emotions get the best of everyone when those huge headlines come out. This likelihood of 10 to 14th of October being the resolution time frame came out right at about equilibrium and then nosedived down to about 20%. Now it's risen just slightly, right? 26%. But if we're taking a hedge on this position and getting involved with both of these trades, I'm essentially covering the 29th down to the 10th with this trade, and also having that potential of a mega payout by making another trade on the 10 to 14 days. Just an interesting way to hedge against massive headlines and political chaos that's going on right now. I feel like that's a strong guarantee. As we go through this next few years, I think that there's going to be a lot of hyperbole. I think that there's going to be a lot of political partisanship. And with that, you're going to have crazy headlines. Now, taking advantage of these headlines, completely up to us. But I see a little break in the fabric of the system that we know it, where we can identify that PSYOP, that crazy headline, and we can bet against it and watch it return back to normalcy over months. Because many of these graphs that come out with a hyperbole, they do trend to very low levels of yes votes eventually. What we're looking at right now is the dawn of prediction empires. Polymarket lining up with ICE. This has insane upside potential and really locks up Polymarket's positioning in this upswing of new markets in a very, very real way. And I'm super excited here at Discover Crypto to be able to be partnered up with them as we move forward. I'm going to be getting very, very involved with these prediction markets because this excites me. I can look at the news articles that I know are PSYOPs, bet against them being real, and cash out at the end. Let me know down in the comments what you think is the current news PSYOP going on that's going to be the next big thing down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
We just wanted to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor, Arculus. They are a cold storage hardware wallet, helps you secure all of your digital assets for the future. Just tap this thing to the back of your phone and boom, you're in. We wouldn't be able to do this without them, but also wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, the Disco fam. You've supported us a lot over the years. If you want to support the channel now, just use the code DC20. It gets you 20% off this card. It's the #1 way you can support this channel going forward. Thank you for your support. We'll see you at the top.